Galnet News, your galaxy in focus, 4th of February 3301. In today's news, a report on the war in Beta Sculptoris, the Federation withdraws from Panem in Kappa Fornacis, trouble on the edge of civilized space in Balaikda, and Vesper M4 plays unwilling host to a Demolition Derby event. Our top story today, civil war in Beta Sculptoris. Jack Dogon has the full report.
Beta Sculptoris is an independent multiple star system, home to just over 14 million inhabitants, and was once a haven for bulk luxury traders who wanted to make a quick profit. Alas, the giant shift of power in the system has reduced every faction's influence to less than 1%, except for the Beta Sculptoris Fortune Organization. This has caused a power struggle for second place in the system between the Empire-backed Patrons of Law and the Purple Brotherhood gang, which has erupted into a civil war within the system. Luxury traders have been chased from the system by the Empire-backed and Grime-backed fleets in combat in their favorite markets. Independent traders have been fleeing the system because previous trading zones frequented by luxury dealers have quickly become high-intensity combat zones. Commander Fat Haggard, in an interview, had this to say: "Civil war erupted rather quickly, and after a short dinner in the Fan Horizons, the luxury trailers I had been doing business with were surrounded by laser fire and armed warships. I think the war will scare off the luxury goods buyers in time. The leading faction will remain in power, and the Civil War will have little effect on the primary power struggle within the system. Traders, however, will likely pack up and move on to the next luxury gold rush they find." No doubt the 8-star system's defense force will try to quell any civil war quickly to try to keep their economy afloat and bring the traders back. If things get too much worse, we may even see some of the system's population move on to safer skies. Jack Dogon, Galnet News.
In Federation news today, the Federal forces are to pull out of Panem. Over to Anthony Afterwit for the full story.
Following on from the deployment of federal aid to the beleaguered farmers of Panem, President Halsey has today announced her intention to recall all federal forces from Kappa Fornacis. The president has said of this, "I am pleased with how our Marines turned aid workers were able to help restore order to Panem so quickly, exemplary of what the Federation can offer its allies." The leader of the Kappa Fornacis Farmers Association, Georgia Algeria, has denounced the Federation's efforts. He said to gathered reporters, "Don't be fooled by the Federation. They're liars. This is just window dressing. They bully us, they burn us, now they try to buy us. Well, we ain't scared and we ain't for sale. We say what happens on Panem, and we say Onion Head will live on." Anthony Afterwit, Galnet News.
Some news now from the edge of colonized space. Chip Washington with the story from Balaikda.
It seems that even the edges of colonized space aren't free of problems. A civil war has broken out in Balaikda between two of the system's minor factions, namely HIP 43760 State PLC and Balaikda Limited. The former is Federation-aligned, while the latter is a local firm. Observers have reported a heavy-handed response to this federal involvement in an Imperial system, resulting in the Imperial Navy setting up checkpoints near a number of local planets. One source who asked to remain unnamed said, "These checkpoints are manned by elite Vipers and Cobras fitted with plasma accelerators, and so not to be taken lightly." Battles have broken out across the system, with various local factions offering combat bonds in an attempt to urge independent pilots to lend a hand in this small-scale factional struggle. This has been Chip Washington, Galnet News.
Some news now of an unorthodox racing event in Vesper M4. Slough Orbital hosted the galaxy's inaugural Sidewinder Demolition Derby last Sunday, and it was a huge success. The event, which will now be held on the first Sunday of every month, sees pilots flying their basic weapons and shields-free Sidewinders at full speed around the airlock ring in an attempt to blow each other up. Slough Orbital's captain, Commander Rose, has expressed frustration at these troubling turns of events, telling Galnet, "The Jet Transport Corporation lost a lot of trade last Sunday. No ships were able to enter or leave the station for almost an hour for fear of being blasted into smithereens by these lunatic pilots." Commander Angel Rose, daughter of Captain Rose, has praised the event, saying, "My father is a stuffy old codger. Everyone had a lot of fun, especially this month's Derby winner, Commander Skickerbolt. No one was actually hurt, although Commander Belstarion's pride took a big dent when he got repeatedly stuck in the station's superstructure. I look forward to doing it all again next month." And that's the Galnet News for today. Tune in next time to keep your galaxy in focus.